Alex, you want canned cranberry sauce or should we make it ourselves?
That's my mom. She didn't know about Instacart's family carts, so...
Want to make pecan pie this year, yes or no? Oh, and how many boxes of stuffing?
So I told her we could just share a family cart and add all our holiday favorites to the same order without losing our voices or our sanity. It's so much better.
Alex, can you get my holiday village out of the attic?
Baby steps, Alex. Baby steps. Shop Instacart this holiday season and enjoy free delivery on your first 3 orders. Service fees and terms apply.
Alex?
What's up, Cuzzy Wuzzies? You're listening to the Bay Ridge Boys, History Hyenas. Bad.
What's up to our ever-growing matriarchy? Welcome all the new hyenas into the cackle. We are growing and growing and growing, and yeah. It's Yanni P and Chrissy D, and we're back with another episode.
With another episode, we are, single digits away from getting to our 1,500th Patreon member, we've just decided here before the show starts, when we get to 2,000, I will get a sex change.
That's what's going to happen. That was the deal from episode 1, 2, or 3. I don't remember. It was a long time ago, but Chrissy did promise that if we got to 15, he'd have a sex change. 2,000, open asshole.
Yeah.
But we're going to veto it.
And if you guys are hearing the printer in the background, it's just because we're at a shanty shithole of an operation.
That's what we're at.
We just came from Andrew Schultz's studio where things like that don't happen.
No, the difference between what Andrew Schultz has going on and what's going on here is the difference, let's say, between Marvin Gaye and your local cover band in New Jersey.
It's what it is.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Andrew Schultz's studio being Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, today we're going to speak about Marvin Gaye because guess what it is?
I can't see you blurry. I got to put on my glasses.
Yeah, glasses. It's February. It's Black History Month, a.k.a. Nah Mean Month. So for Nah Mean Month, every single week, we're going to talk about a famous Black figure in history, and we're going to talk about them. And
in blackface.
In blackface. Yeah, that's the twist that the hyenas are going to do. We're going to celebrate black figures in history in blackface.
Yeah, and then for the last week of February, like Chrissy said an episode or 2 ago, we're just going to do the history of Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, it's just what it is because you've never met a blacker kid in white skin.
Yeah, it's what it is.
He's a black guy doing whiteface.
It's what it is.
It's what it is.
So yeah, this is our first kickoff of Yummy Month.
Yeah, and
so this is a shout out to all the black kids, all our black fans. We got a lot. Welcome from Flagrant 2.
Yeah, we're excited. Yeah, and speaking of black people, I will be in Cleveland, February 28th and 29th at Hilarity. So go to ChristyComedy.com and get tickets. I'm going to be in Cleveland.
Yeah, and I will be at Gotham Comedy Club in New York City with Sergio and Mike, February 21st and 22nd. Get those tickets. Tickets are moving. You hear that, potential agents? Yanni's in a little dip, but he's coming right back. And I'll also be at Point Pleasant, New Jersey at Uncle Vinny's at February 28th and 29th with Mike Suarez. So get those fucking tickets.
HistoryHyenas.com as well for all our ticket sales and our merch and everything else. Patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys to be part of the matriarchy in a way bigger way where you get extra content. Now listen, cuz, okay? Let me just be honest with you. You got us. We had to do a sketch today for Führer Schultz, for Emperor Schultz. Sorry, I can't say Führer anymore because you tweeted out a picture of me, got mad. So we can't do that.
We gotta control the ecosystem.
We gotta control the ecosystem.
You can't, because if we keep saying that, the fans are gonna say that he already doesn't like alt-right Andy, which Charlemagne gave him.
Yeah, it's funny. It was funny to sit in a meeting with him today.
Instead of calling him Mussolini, let's just call him Frida.
Yeah, it's Frida. Yeah. So it's just, so Warlord Schultz today, what he did is he's doing for content, he's bought a village in the Congo. So it will be, what would be great? What would be fucking great and what I think we should do? You know how like Super Bowl passed by now, right?
Yeah.
So Patrick Mahomes won. The Kansas City Chiefs won. So I'm
Good
just going to
call.
say that. Yeah, because he's half black, half white, and that's what he's got a healthier immune system. That's what nature wants, is you to procreate outside your race. We've spoken about that. So that's what I'm going to say. He won. And also Jimmy Garoppolo bangs porn stars, and the kid's too cute to be a Super Bowl champ.
That is true. And what Chrissy's saying is true. The farther away from your gene pool you reproduce, the better it is for the children, the healthier their immune system. Nature wants diversity.
They want diversity.
So does Hollywood.
Yeah, so does Hollywood. Yeah. Nature wants diversity, so do college applicants.
That's what it is.
Yes. Venetia's late.
Yeah.
And that's, and it's just what it is.
Let's just
yeah,
want to
and-
yell at her for real and see what happens.
No. No, but yeah.
I mean, that'd be fun.
Yeah, no, but Venetia,
If you yell at her because it's
no.
out of character for you. Come on, the fans want it.
and on the group chat, she's gonna know her place.
Yeah, she's got to know her place.
Yeah, you just push the buttons, lady.
Yeah, but listen, if you just really yelled at her right now, it would be really funny, and then we'll tell you
No,
if you can. But come on,
No,
do a
I can't
character
do it.
piece.
No, I can't do
Chrissy, you could do it. It's funny for you that the hardest thing for you to play is mean. You
I
can't
can't do
play
it.
mean. You
I
keep
can't-
all your
I
mean
can't do
thoughts
it.
secret.
Yeah, I can't do it. My blood pressure's too high already.
Come on, please
No,
yell at her.
I can't do it. Who
Mike,
knows
you
if it's
do
even
it.
her. Might not even be her because she's taken the time she's taken to come up the stairs. It's like Mike is here again.
I know it's taking a long
This is Mike Mush length of time to come up the stairs.
Because this will be really funny if you
No,
do
I
it.
can't do it.
Why
No,
not?
I don't want.
Please.
No, you do it. Make Andrew do it.
I do it every day. You
I
do
don't
it
know
for
where
real.
she is. What is she doing? She's looking for the check from Theo's Feta Cheese.
Yeah, yasas pedia.
Still hasn't come yet.
Yasas pedia.
Gracias, pedia.
I love Andrew Schultz. I love what he's
Yeah.
doing. I love the studio. I absolutely love Andrew Schultz. Go watch my special Blow in the Light, Andrew.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube. Andrew produced
Yeah.
it. Go, Chris.
No, I'm not
Do
going to
it.
do it. They want Venetia. Where are you? Where were you? No, this is the real episode. This is the real episode that we're going to do for 55 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dead ass.
And yeah, Chris, what do you have to say?
No, they're trying to make me yell at you. I can't do it. Not in my Lulus.
Wait, what's the they from?
Oh, sorry. I refer it because we're all babies.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to get him to yell at you for content because it'll be funny, but he can't do
I can't do it. I can't yell at women
You can't. Come
unless they slice the garlic too thin.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Welcome.
what were we saying? Oh, so what I wanted to say was what I think we should do in light of the San Francisco 49ers losing the Super Bowl. Why don't you know how people always send to like these African villages like San Francisco 49 Super Bowl shirts? Why don't we send History Hyenas shirts there? Why don't we just send merch there?
Let's do that.
Why don't we send all the merch that's sitting in our fucking apartment buildings?
Yeah.
Why don't we send it to the Congo?
Yeah.
And then we'll get pictures of just these kids with the History Hyenas shirts on, and we'll tell them we won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I love
Because
that.
they don't fucking know what's going on.
They don't know what's going on.
They don't know what's going on.
All they're doing is listening to Flagrant 2, figuring out what's going on. Because
Yeah.
make no mistake, that kid is overseas. He's big in Africa. Flagrant 2 is big in Africa. He's big in India.
Because we
And-
had some funny jokes today when we were waiting. We said Akash Singh, he's never going to be able to sell more tickets than he will at his wedding.
Yeah, no.
Because Indians got big weddings.
Yeah, I mean, he could sell out Town Hall with his
wedding.
family. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
here's the
but
thing.
It's funny. We love Akash. Akash, if you're out there, we love you.
Here's the thing.
If you're out there.
Here's the thing. And I'm just being honest here. I'm just saying a fact.
Yeah.
If you're Asian or South Asian, just start doing comedy. Just do it. If you don't want to work a real job and you want to have a great life, just start doing comedy because there's a billion Asians and there's a billion South Asians. So you're guaranteed 200 people to show up to your show.
I know that white guys, especially straight white guys, have done very well in the entertainment business. I know, and I know they still are. I'm aware. I know all that. Blah 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 blah. Yes, I agree. But if you're Asian or South Asian, if you're Indian, and when you say Asian or South Asian, I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, Indian.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Indian, Pakistani, that's what South
Okay,
Asian
yeah,
is.
because I don't know, because they're all just the enemy to me.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
South
Where's
Asian-
Where's
yeah.
Sheen? I'm just kidding around.
South Asian encompasses Pakistani and Indians. They hate each other.
Asian and South Asian
Yeah.
people in entertainment. It's more impressive to me now if you're not winning awards or getting specials or selling tickets. If you're not doing it, it's more impressive than if you're doing it. I mean, if you got 1 billion people, I mean, you can't get 100 people in a fucking room to come see you.
Yeah.
You better be able to do that
I think, yeah.
in 2020.
There's at minimum you're going to get 100 200 to show up just out of support, like we've said before. It's like you have an indistinct thing, so it's like you got to be funny.
Yeah,
It's
I gotta be funny.
Yeah, you got to be funny, but usually that's who ends up coming to our shows is the people that look like us most. Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
that's
it's what it is.
That's the era we live in.
Yeah,
which I kind of like. So you got a lot of people coming to see you, and a lot of them got the first name Colleen or Camille, and the last name is Spadaducci.
I'll tell you this.
Got a lot of Spadaducci.
I'll tell you this with my fan base. I went to the New York Knicks game yesterday, and they were celebrating Chinese New Year, and they had a Chinese people there had Chinese people come out and do like a New Year thing for the halftime show. And I just started, put a message of them up and I just put hashtag coronavirus.
Yeah.
And it was majority people just laughing because our fans just think that's funny. But I did get a few raisins in there that said, what you're doing is highly offensive and you're stupid and you don't know what the coronavirus could do. And I'm like, yeah, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
but if I was another kind of comedian, then I wouldn't be able to do that. Or I could say it and I would be canceled for it.
Yeah,
but our fans think it's funny and I appreciate that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm Greek. It's just me and Venetia. That's the only Greeks that there are. It's me and Venetia. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's like the only way that I can get Greeks to come to my show is if Greeks decide they want to have more sex. And I figured out that couldn't happen. So what I did is I just became a Puerto Rican woman.
It's just what it is.
Just so I became another ethnicity just to
switched it up.
Just to get Puerto Ricans to come to my show.
Yeah, one of the best shows on television right now is on Netflix. It's called The Rise of the Ottoman Empire, and it's just about the Ottomans smashing the Greeks.
Because if you took out your peenie and went pyoing for that, I'm not your friend anymore.
Yeah, I went a little pyoing for that. I've been eating a lot of yogurt and bananas because they're high in potassium, which negates the sodium and lowers the blood pressure. And I've been watching that getting real calm. I've took my blood pressure in the middle of a fight scene in the Ottoman Empire when somebody was smashing a Greek skull off a stone and calling him a goat fucker. I swear to God, in 15th century Istanbul, they're calling him a goat fucker, and my blood pressure was the lowest it was all day.
Yeah, you see, I don't think I could watch that because I am one of those militant Greeks. Like when I see that, it really brings out a fire in me, and I want to go do something about it.
Yeah, but the truth is you got a bad shoulder and you're in your mid-40s, so you can't do anything.
That's the trouble with it.
That's the trouble with it, and your blood pressure's borderline.
My blood pressure's a little elevated.
It's elevated.
But here's the thing.
But you live in the woods.
I live in the woods. I live in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
If any of those dirty Turks come and they try to take Yaya's cookies,
it's not going to happen.
They're going to have to come through me to get to Venetia.
It's what it is.
Because I'm going to protect my Greek princess.
It's just what it is.
S look at us.
S look at us.
Instead of doing the sound effects, we'll just do it with our mouth.
Yeah.
Just so we don't make all the new fans.
Here for it.
Yeah. All the new fans from Fighter and the Kid. We don't want to make you upset.
Yeah. We got new fans from Fighter and the Kid, new fans from Tiger Belly, new fans from Girls Gotta Eat, all the new fans. Thank you guys so much for the support. It's just really been good. But most importantly, thank you to Thomas Santagato, our digital marketer. You're the real hero here. Everyone else can get fired.
You're the real hero.
The staff doesn't laugh at. I'm just kidding.
Just kidding. It's a Wei Shang Shen.
It's a Wei Shang Shen, but the kid's important. Our manager's on the hot seat.
Yeah.
The truffle pig is not necessary.
Yeah, and you can say that freely because he doesn't listen to this anyway.
He doesn't listen to it.
You know what he
all.
said to me today? I know he's not listening to this. I said my special hit 100,000. He goes, "Hey, great. Can you send me those numbers so I can send them to Doug?" I said, I sent him the link. I said, you could just send him the link. He goes, no, he already seen the special. I said, Doug, the numbers,
Truffle pig.
TP. Yeah, the numbers for the what the special is under the video. And he went, oh yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. So he didn't even know that YouTube, the count of the videos was underneath the video.
Well, I just want to give a shout out.
We just got to let Andrew Schultz be our manager.
It's just what it is. I want to just give a shout out to all the fans that came out to the Celebrity Theater in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I appreciate you guys selling out. It was a great show. And it was beautiful opportunity for me. So thank you. And our manager, the Truffle Pig, texted me Monday morning, was like, how was your weekend? What did you do? So it's nice that I have to give him 10% of that now when he didn't even know where I was.
He forgot.
And I sold at the theater because of the History Hyena fans.
Yeah.
So it's becoming now.
We're straddled in two worlds here.
Guy, it's like after seeing what Emperor Schultz is doing with his studio, it's like, who do we really need but each other and the agent?
Yeah.
We just need each other.
Yeah. It's all we care about is each other.
Speaking of needing people.
Yeah.
Can I just please stop to fix the back?
Yeah.
Did
Go
I?
ahead.
We're going to stop because it looks so horrible on the back.
Okay, so we edited it?
Yeah, just edit it in. Yeah, just hurry up. Yeah, thank you, because we got to go. Yeah.
But like these tires are killing me and I just can't.
Well, the truth is, we're not going to get ads here anyway. After what we saw Schultz's studio, it looked like it's like
so
that.
beautiful.
The kid's on a spaceship. No matter, it's like we're just, like we're in a fucking Greyhound bus with a T-shirt on the headrest.
It's actually
so it's just it doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter at all.
Can you say that in the cast? Say the kids on a spaceship. We're in a Greyhound bus.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah. We're just in a Greyhound bus. It's got a T-shirt on the headrest.
Kids in a fucking spaceship. I mean, it looked like a handball court.
It looked like a fucking fully fledged handball court.
It looked like an indoor racquetball court.
Stop. Did you stop? But just keep going. This is fine. All fine for the podcast. Yeah. So we got that already. We already said. Okay. So we said it. It's on the mics. There's no reason to stop it at all.
Because
we're just gonna keep going.
His studio looks like a high-class squash court.
Yeah.
It looks like a bunch of white guys with wooden tennis rackets are about to walk in there and do business.
His studio looks like it's years in the future, and we look like we're in the past.
Yeah,
it's just what it is.
What'd you just call it? We look like we're in a Greyhound bus.
We look like we're in a Greyhound bus with a T-shirt on the headrest, and he looks like he's in a spaceship on another planet in another galaxy.
Yeah.
So the truth of this situation is you got to just know what's going on here. And I mean, yeah, painting the walls gray in this shit box doesn't make a difference. We're doing a podcast from a shoebox that's got roaches and that, you have to walk 4 flights. We don't have the kind of health. Our staff is not healthy enough to walk up 4 flights to do this thing. So the truth is we're probably going to be moving to Emperor Schultz's spaceship, and everyone's coming with us.
Yeah.
If Schultz says okay.
If he says it okay, because we don't want to do the podcast on Wayfair desks anymore.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that Schultz broke the back of one of those chairs is not a good sign.
No.
Because that kid looks like he's got the coronavirus, and he looks like he's had it for a while.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, things have just got to change.
Okay. So today we're going to talk about Marvin Gaye, who, by the way, isn't gay. I thought the kid was gay the whole time. I thought that's why his name was Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
I used to call him Marvin the Gay.
Marvin the Gay, because that's what you probably thought. Yeah.
And he spells gay wrong, G-A-Y-E.
He does. He puts an E on the end?
He puts an E on the end that makes it even gayer.
It makes it French.
Yeah. So Marvin Gaye, fantastic singer.
Not a French.
Oh, by the way, Marvin Gaye added the E on the end of his name later in life. So that's just what happens when you get really famous and you're an artist. You start to do wild shit. Yeah. Like the fact, I know Prince is an icon, but the fact that he used to just go by a symbol is just he's a mentally ill man. But it's why he's so talented. It's because mental illness is usually artistic and creative, but make no mistake, it's a mental illness. Even what we do is mentally ill.
Absolutely. But he was actually ahead of his time in a lot of ways, because that was an androgynous symbol that he had up there, and that was before the kind of gender is fluid movement. So you got to admit, Prince was a little ahead of his time.
Oh, no. I'm not. I'm a huge Prince fan. I think he's great, but I'm just saying that, a guy who's not mentally ill, granted, they're not going to be creative, but they're not going to add E's on their name,
Yeah, they're not going to do that. But Prince... God, how fantastic was Prince?
Prince was great.
Do you think Prince's halftime performance at the Super Bowl that he performed at most recently was the best halftime performance?
I think it was the best one.
I think it might have been. And it was raining, and it was just like he started playing Purple Rain, and he just going like, this little squeak.
Yeah.
He is a
squeak.
Are we going to do a squeak month too?
Yeah.
We should do a
squeak.
We should do a squeak month.
We should do Squeak Month. Why don't we do Squeak September?
Yeah, we should do Squeak September, and because he might have been the most talented squeak.
Prince might have been the most talented. Billy Joel's a talented squeak.
He's a talented squeak too.
Most talented kids are squeaks.
Yeah, a lot of them are. A lot of comedy.
You have to work because you're not getting any attention at all because you're a squeak.
Ben Stiller's a squeak.
Ben Stiller's a squeak.
Yeah,
Ben Stiller had famous parents, but he is a good actor and great guy.
Oh, he's hilarious.
He's hilarious. He's got naturally talent, but
great talent.
Yeah,
but, I mean, make no mistake, the kid's 5'3". He's a squeak.
Tom Hardy squeak. DiCaprio squeak.
Yeah. Oh, is DiCaprio squeak?
DiCaprio's. I mean, he's not a tall guy, but he's
He's like 5'10", right?
Tom Hardy's a squeak.
He's a squeak for real.
He's a squeaky.
Yeah, but Prince was like, the reason why Prince died is because he was wearing heels.
Yeah,
he was wearing lifts, and it hurt his hips because he was dancing in lifts.
Yeah.
So I mean, and squeaks. It's very random and seldom that a squeak is okay with being a squeak. And that's what makes squeaks so funny.
Yeah, because they're every single day they wake up, and no matter how happy they are, when it takes them an extra 2 seconds for their feet to hit the floor from the bed, they just remember their squeak.
Yeah, and whenever you're talking to Squeak, you can always notice that a Squeak always lifts up on his tippy toes. He does calf raise a little bit. He calf raises while he talks to you because he's just trying to get up there a little bit.
It's just what it is.
Yeah.
So Marvin Gaye, we're not sure if he was a squeak or not. His nickname was the Prince of Soul. He was born in 1939 in Washington, D.C., good city.
Black City. They call it Chocolate City.
And he died April 1st, 1984, 4 months before Chrissy D was born, which is unfortunate.
It was unfortunate. Look, I don't even know how old a lot of you guys are listening to this, but I'm sure you've heard about sexual healing. Is there a more famous American song than Sexual Healing?
Maybe Hey Macarena.
Macarena's a good one.
Might be the only one that comes close.
Yeah.
The national anthem?
The national anthem's a big one.
The national anthem, Hey Macarena, and Sexual Healing may be the three most famous. And Daddy Shark.
Yeah.
And Daddy Shark, doot. Baby Shark, sorry. But it gets to Daddy Shark.
Let's get it on. In Sexual Healing. How many babies do you think were made to those two songs?
I'll tell you, I'll take it even a step further. It just makes you horny, Let's Get It On, because Let's Get It On is in the movie Austin Powers. And when I used to watch Austin Powers when I was a kid, I would start spanking my monkey when Let's Get It On played when he was banging Frau Farbizina.
You did like that.
I liked it when Dr. Evil would get it on with Frau.
Now, it's pretty funny. Like, do you ever bang out to? Do you ever bang out? You're not a make love type of kid. You're more of a you got a system and you stick to it.
I stick to it.
You're like the Greg Popovich of banging out chicks. You got a system and you stick to it.
Yeah, I got a system and I stick to it, and the system's changed a little bit now because now it's invited in guys.
But it is a strict system where it's sort of like this position,
Yeah,
and at the
come
end,
over, we do this, and that's it.
and at the end, you water the flowers.
It's what it is.
Yeah. At the end, it's always the same kind of thing. It's always the same lines.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
Yeah, I mean, you run a Princeton offense.
I run a Princeton offense. Yeah. It's just these are my moves.
Yeah.
You know, and then I kind of can't really differentiate. I can't deviate, I'm sorry, from the game plan.
So you're not really a guy who could put on like "Let's Get It On" or "Sexual Healing" while you're having sex, while you're getting, because that's all about like R&B rhythm, like black guy making love, where you're going, babe, get on the floor, babe.
Yeah, babe. It's like, yeah, what do you need me to do? It's like, I get on the love sack, and then we're just going to do this. Let me put the condom on, and then take it off, and then we'll just do this. Yeah.
Yeah, thinking about white guys boning to Marvin Gaye is a funny.
Yeah.
That would be if I think eventually like you'll be able to have viral videos where people are like, it's like porn.
Yeah.
Because we've seen everything else.
Yeah.
That would be a funny hidden camera show.
Yeah.
To make white guys bang out to Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, and just
to
see
watch
what
them
happens.
go like sexual healing and just watch them not have any moves.
Yeah.
Because white guys cannot dance.
They can't. Yeah.
That's a stereotype that's just true.
Yeah, we
have you ever
can't
gone to like a wedding and seen like every white wedding I've been to?
We cannot dance.
I mean, watching the parents and aunts dance, everyone looks like they're being electrocuted. Everyone looks like they're like being burned with a car cigarette lighter.
Right.
They're just fucking jerking
Yeah, we
around.
can't dance.
White people just can't figure it out.
No.
Have you guys ever seen Chrissy D hit the dance floor?
I can't dance.
It looks violent.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks violent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
got
like-
weird feet.
I got weird feet. That's why whenever time I'm having sex, I keep my socks and high heels on.
Yeah, you got feet. You got feet that belong in glass slippers.
It's just what it
Because
is.
your feet belong in in clear heels.
Yo, Marvin Gaye sang in his father's church and in the Moonglows. You ever heard of the Moonglows?
Let's just be
It
honest.
sounds like a hair product.
It does. Let's just be honest.
Is that is
It's not racist.
Wei Shan?
No, black.
Oh, it does. Okay. Yeah, because it's not Mean Month. It's celebrating.
And black people got that good hair. They got the different hair, and they got hair product.
They got hair.
Black people they try to get those waves, and they use product.
They use product.
That's what it is. But yeah, there's black barbers and white barbers, and that's just the way that it is.
Yo.
Black guys, we said it before, we'll say it again. Black guys love a washcloth. There's just some different cultural things that we need to celebrate.
It's just what it is.
And let's be honest, any single black R&B artist or singer at some point comes from the church.
It's just, yeah.
The black church is kind of like the minor leagues for R&B singers.
As a matter of fact, because it's Black History Month, not Mean Month here on the podcast, why don't you guys go to patreon.com/BayRichBoys, and if you're one of our black fans, please especially do this. Send us a picture of your washcloth or
Hashtag wash rag.
Hashtag washcloth, hashtag wash rag. Or if you're not black and you want to just celebrate in unison, I want you guys to send us pictures of the washcloths you're using. Go to patreon.com/BayRichBoys, put it on the community board, or you can post it and or you can go follow us at History Hyenas and we'll post the 5 best washcloths that we got.
That's a great idea. Please let us see your washcloth.
Let us see your washcloths, and for not Mean Month.
Yeah, to celebrate not mean much, let's see your do-rags and your washcloths.
It's what it is.
And if our white listeners are how come out the white guys and you post a picture, we know you're lying.
We know you're lying. Yeah. We know you're fucking
yeah.
lying.
Yeah. That's a great thing.
Marvin Gaye was one of 6 kids. He was one of 6 kids, and his father was strict as fuck.
Yeah.
And his father was a Reverend Marvin Gaye Sr. He should be just Reverend Marvin even gayer.
Yeah. Yeah. And Marvin Gaye, his first marriage, he married a cougar. His first wife was like, what, 16 years older? No, more than that.
Marvin Gaye's dad married an older woman?
No, Marvin Gaye's first wife
Marvin Gaye Jr.
was 17 years
No.
old.
No.
Oh, we're talking about
that was his second
That
wife.
was his second wife, who was 17 years old, but
Yeah.
his first wife was 6 years his senior.
Was it
So
only
are we talking about, wait,
Yeah,
not
it
as
was
gay
only
Marvin
6,
or
but-
even gayer Marvin?
You said
But it was-
17 years his senior.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, you
We're
wrote
going
it
to
wrong.
call Marvin
wrong.
Gaye
My
Jr.
bad.
We're going to call Marvin Gaye, who the episode's about. We're going to call him not as gay Marvin.
Not as
and then
gay
his
Marvin.
dad is even more gay Marvin.
Okay.
So not as gay Marvin,
Not as gay Marvin.
aka Marvin Gaye Jr., who this episode's about,
Yeah.
has a wife. His first wife was how many years older?
Only 6. Venetia wrote it bad in the notes.
She wrote it bad in those, but
Yeah,
6 years.
She's late. She's made a mistake. Chris, discipline her.
That's another thing that Greeks like to do is I like to marry way younger women.
Yeah.
Here's the new nicknames for us, by the way, now. You're Yanni the Goat Fucker, and I'm Christy Constantinople.
Yeah, you were.
It's just what it is.
Was it really fun for you to watch the Greeks get fucked?
Yeah, just get the, and then they were calling them goat fuckers while they were chopping their heads off and throwing them off the cliffs at Constantinople.
Yeah, it makes me fucking angry.
It's what it is, but you guys got worked.
Because we got worked.
Mehmet II came in with his Muslim fucking shit and worked you.
I know. That's why Greeks just have a tough time with Turks.
It's just what it is with Turks.
We just have it. And to be honest with you, we got a lot in common with blacks because
Right.
we were enslaved for 400 years. They were enslaved for 400 years. It's like we got a lot in common with blacks. And we got a lot of the same stereotypes too, actually. Greeks, they call it Greek time because we're always late.
Okay.
They call it obviously CP time. We also, whatchamacallit, another big one. We our stereotype is it's wrong, but we get called lazy, which is horrible. Black people also fucking
called lazy.
get lazy.
Yeah.
The Greeks, they say the same shit about Greeks they do black. Guess what? It's all wrong. It's all bullshit. Blacks and Greeks are the hottest, sexiest, coolest, and we're taking over the planet together.
It's what it is.
If there was more Greeks, we could help you, but there's just not enough.
There's not enough Greeks, and you guys also love to just, like, you're your own worst enemy. You love to just, your mind stops you.
We get in our own way.
You get in your own way a lot.
We get in our own way a lot.
You guys like to
that's why you
chase
got
your
to
own tails.
Yeah, that's what we got to get in bed. You got to get in business with a nice, clean German who's just emotionless but pretends like he cares.
That's what it is.
That's what you need.
That's what it is.
And I got me one.
I'm Chrissy Facades.
You're Chrissy. You're Chrissy. What did we say? You were Chrissy Jukebox.
I'm Chrissy Juicebox.
For no reason. It makes no sense.
Makes no sense, but it's a keeper.
It's a keeper.
Chrissy
So
Jukebox.
that first wife was Barry Gordy's sister?
No, is Barry Gordy the guy who pissed on a stripper?
Probably. He was the music mogul guy.
Or that's Chuck Berry.
Yeah.
Somebody pissed on a stripper.
Chuck Berry has lots of women and peeing stories. He's the one who had a restaurant where he was recording women in the bathroom.
Oh,
Got it.
Yikes.
Got it.
That's illegal.
Yikes. Can't do that.
Can't do that.
It did, yeah. Getting peed on, it's never happened to me, but it's kind of like, why do we have belly buttons? You know what I mean? During sex, you want to just piss in one.
You want to make it like a little pool for ants?
Yeah, just why not?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because it's like, I bet you getting peed on is not the worst thing that could happen. What would you rather be? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you an honest question. And this is, would you rather have a guy pee on your back or come on your face?
That's a good question.
See?
Hold on.
That's why stupid questions should be coming back. With new questions by Chrissy D.
Wait a second.
Would you rather have a guy pee on your back or come on your face? One is appropriate in society.
I'm easily going pee on the back. That's an easy one.
The guy's Tom Hardy, as always.
Yeah, I'm going to pee on the back easy. That's it. That's actually a no-brainer.
Pee on the
That's
back.
actually a no-brainer.
What about pee on your face or come on your face?
Oh, fuck. That's a better question.
Okay, let's change the question.
Oh, fuck. That's a tough one.
Well, you're supposed to be sterile, so I would just still go with
No.
But cum smells like chlorine.
Yeah, but pee really is gross. Ah, fuck.
But cum, is sexual.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So what would Marvin Gaye
People think that peeing on you is sexual as well. So it depends on what you're into.
What goes wrong in the brain for that? What goes wrong in the brain where you're mixing bowel movements with sex? I don't get it.
Very good question.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
I think boredom at that point.
I think, but it's about humiliation and feeling humiliated turns you on. The human brain, when it comes to sexuality, is fucking wild.
It's wild.
It is crazy. I do not like getting peed on, and I don't want to pee on anyone.
Right.
But I do want to put a foot in my mouth.
Yeah, you do want to put a foot in your mouth.
No, it's just we're back.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're just back. Cackles all over that.
Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell, they became a singing duet and they toured the country. And guess what song they had? Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Ain't No Mountain High Enough is a good song.
Another hit.
That's why I brought up, because Ain't No Mountain High Enough, people don't realize that's Marvin. That's even less Marvin Gaye. That's Marvin Not As Gay Jr.
Right. It's
and that's Marvin Gaye without the E. That's Marvin Gay. That's Marvin. I'm really gay.
Yeah. Marvin Gaye.
That's E-list Marvin Gaye.
Was coming up at a time where, like, let's be honest, substance abuse was a part of being in the music industry. A lot of these kids were doing blow, they were doing drugs.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
Marvin Gaye was no exception.
The kids, yeah. And then what happened is Denise Gorder, Marvin then got remarried. Marvin got married again then to this woman, Anna. I don't know what her last name is. But anyway, no, what does it say? Denise Gorder. I want to, because basically Marvin Gaye.
The thing, Anna was the mother of his actual his adopted son.
Of his adopted son.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anna was his wife's niece.
Niece. And then Denise Gorder, when she was 17, she had a baby, and Marvin and Anna adopted that baby, and they named him Marvin Gaye III. And my question is the reason why I'm bringing it up is like, your last name's Gay. At what point are you just going to say, like, you know what? Let's just name this kid Marvin Johnson.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because if your name's Gay,
you're going to get made fun of at school.
It's just what it is. But that's why he added the E. You think at times he was like, it's not gay, it's guy?
I think at some point he was saying it's gay.
Gay.
Yeah, I think he went as gay.
It's funny to talk about Marvin Gaye without the E and Marvin Gaye with the E. I like Marvin Gaye's work with the E more than without the E.
Yeah, I think when he really grew into his own when he added the E.
Do you think that the community, the people that lived in the 1970s and 80s in Ridgewood, New York, had a problem going to a Marvin Gaye concert?
I think a few of them were that stupid. Yeah, they would go, wait a second. I'm not going to see this kid. It's Fanuc. Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? What is fucking Freddie Mercury over here?
I mean, I like the guy's song. I'll be honest with you. Sexual Healing's a good song. It's a very powerful song, but I'm telling you, I'm not going to listen to no gay singer.
1973 was a big, huge, Julia Roberts' voice, huge year for Marvin Gaye because he released Let's Get It On. And that song went to #1. And I would say, see, for me, I think Ain't No Mountain High Enough is a song I've heard more, but you think Let's Get It On is by far, it's not even debatable, his most famous song?
That's a toss-up. I think that's actually another good question. You're Chrissy good questions today.
I'm Chrissy questions today.
Yeah, because that's another good question. Sexual Healing, Let's Get It On. It's one of those two.
And Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Yeah, but it's definitely of the most popular ones, like the biggest hits. Like it's one of two. I mean, Sexual Healing and Let's Get It On, they're probably one of the top 5, 10 most famous American songs, period.
Now, let me...
Period.
You were a 7-year-old kid, but do you remember when Marvin Gaye died? Was it huge news?
He died in 82?
84.
He died in 84.
You have no memory. Like, you don't know if the world stopped that day or anything like that.
I was too little. I didn't even know.
I'm trying to gauge and get our listeners, like, how big of a star was Marvin Gaye? Like,
huge.
He was a modern day what?
Huge.
Like, what's an equivalent of what he was, who's famous now? What was he?
More than George Michael, and George Michael was a big star.
But I'm saying, like, that the young kids would know. Was it like Lil Nas X?
But yeah, it would be like The Weeknd. It would be like The Weeknd.
Okay, The Weeknd.
It would be like The Weeknd.
If The Weeknd got killed.
But even bigger, though. I think even bigger than The Weeknd. No, Marvin Gaye.
He's iconic. He's an icon.
And he was an icon even then. Who would be the equivalent?
Drake.
Like Drake.
Good. I think
Thank
Drake.
You, Andrew.
Drake.
Yeah, Drake. Andrew knew it because he wanted to shout out a fellow Jew.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's why he said Drake.
Yeah, so that's how big, and the tragic way in which he died must have made big news. Yeah,
we'll get to that.
I like the way he got into the business, though. You could tell he was a little savvy, right? Because he come from a home with a lot of siblings. His dad was abusive. His dad was hard-nosed. Then he marries this chick who's 6 years his senior, who happens to be a record industry executive. So he kind of knew what he was doing. Then he becomes a drummer. Talk about starting from the bottom. Talking about starting from the mailroom. Imagine being in a band and you have Marvin Gaye as your drummer. He started out as the drummer, which is sort of the same story of the guy from Nirvana. What's his name again? Who ended up
Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl was a drummer of one band, and he was great at that. But then Dave Grohl became a star with the Foo Fighters. But with Marvin Gaye, he starts as a drummer. He was a drummer for Stevie Wonder, the Supremes, the Marvelettes, Martha and the Vandellas. He started as a drummer, and then he rose to be his own guy.
Yeah.
To become a star. Yeah.
Let me say something. In 1982, this is another big year because this is when he released Sexual Healing. And it became actually a comeback hit for him because he dipped a little bit because it's got to be drugs and alcohol. I mean, the kid, when you're that famous of a singer and you're getting so much attention from all these people, you just got to get into a little booze and a little cocaine and a little heroin, and you just start to do it. Especially in your LA in the 80s, you just start to have a little bit of a good time.
It was the 70s and the 80s was like everybody's parents, everybody who was a comedian, everybody who was in entertainment, a lot of athletes, everyone was doing drugs.
It's just what it is.
I mean, the 60s, 70s, and 80s, I think that was before everyone like really knew how bad drugs affected you. Everyone was having a good time.
I mean, there were ads for cigarettes. By the way, let me just tell you something, guys, right now. I know you guys know this, but the way, like how cigarettes were promoted, like this is just a good, healthy lifestyle, that I think should start to happen like how people would just watch cigarette ads and how like they're like, oh, it must not be that bad if the government's promoting it. You should really, sugar is worse than cigarettes. Oh. Like the fact that there's Skittles commercials is as devious, more devious as cigarettes.
I mean,
it's true. Like,
so true.
You can't have, like, it's so bad for you. It's just the thing that kills everybody.
You know,
there's so much money in it.
What was it? It must have been 5-6 years ago. Maybe we can look it up. 5-6 years ago, 7 maybe, where that whole study came out, like directly linking, causally linking sugar to cancer.
Yeah.
The same way cigarettes was linked to cancer. It was everywhere.
Right.
Nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
It just came and went. So, and it was scandalous too, because the articles were about the sugar lobby was suppressing this information the same way the tobacco lobby was.
Right.
But nobody cared the same way. Why? Is it because everyone loves sweets?
Everyone loves sweets. And I got to be honest with you, because I've had high blood pressure, unfortunately, do you know what food I'm going to have to start eating, according to the doctor? Sushi.
You're going to have to start eating more sushi?
I said, but doc, but we're at war. I live, because I went to the doctor.
You said, doc, but we're at war?
I said, we're at war, because the doctor said, listen. The doctor said to me, listen, this was in Ridgewood last week. He said, I know we're still at war with the Japanese. He said, but the only way to get this pressure down is you got to eat their food. I said, but it's enemy food. How are we going to get it into America?
Yeah.
You got to be tainted. He said, I know a guy.
Yeah, so you guys.
I know a guy. Yeah.
So you're at a crossroads, right? You're at a real. You got a real Sophie's choice right now.
I'm eating the enemy's food. Unfortunately, it's the only way to get the pressure down.
Yeah. Wow. So you want to go for some sushi after this?
Yeah, I'm going to go for some sushi, but I do have 6 spots.
You do have a lot of spots.
Okay, so let me just say that Marvin Gaye sang all these songs. Sexual Healing came out. He was kind of like, he was 44 years old. He was kind of in. Singers can keep singing for another 20 years, and then unfortunately, what's the date? What day did he get killed?
He got killed in 84.
It just says at 12:38 p.m.
1984.
I know, but what day?
I don't know. That was Pacific time.
Oh, April 1st.
12:38 Pacific time.
April 1st, 1984, 12:38 Pacific Standard Time. Martin Gaye Jr., a.k.a. Martin Not As Gay, was shot and killed by Martin Gaye Sr., a.k.a. Martin Even More Gay, even gayer. And he was pronounced dead at 101. He was shot in the heart and then the left shoulder. And at first, the father was saying he acted in self-defense, but later he got convicted of voluntary manslaughter. But then all charges were then dropped to, he got convicted of involuntary manslaughter, but then the charges were dropped to voluntary manslaughter because the Marvin Gaye Sr. had a brain tumor. And they were able to say that the brain tumor caused.
Well, did he really have a brain tumor?
If he must have had actually had a brain tumor, and that really can cause impulsiveness.
Yes.
That's actually one of the main things.
Yeah, but although he was abusive towards Marvin his whole life.
Yeah.
So, but the brain tumor, that could, the guy who ended up shooting up that tower or whatever. We should do an episode about that. He had a brain tumor, and I think that's
what tower
did it. I think that was Kent or one of those guys. Texas had a brain tumor.
Yeah,
and we should do an episode about that. But
because that's an interesting thing for justice. It's like he did the deed, but it's like you take the tumor out. He's actually he's going to live with that. He's an upstanding member of society,
right? I mean, it's like psychopathy brought on by brain injury from the tumor.
Well, that's what I think used to happen to a lot of ancient rulers. Like they would get syphilis or something that would affect their brain, and they would start to act a certain way at the end of their life that wasn't like them in the beginning. It's because something was affecting their brain. It was out of their control.
Certainly, you can't say that CT had nothing to do with Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah,
I mean, the decisions that guy was making, you have to have CT. I mean, he takes this guy who's a friend, he drives him up to like 3 minutes from his house, kills him, goes back with the gun, surveillance camera. I mean, the guy, it was the stupidest crime ever. And that he even killed the guy.
Right.
And then he killed the other 2 guys for spilling a drink on him at a club.
CTE.
I mean, that's CTE, man. Even if you're a criminal, who's that stupid? Who's truly that crazy and stupid? You just sign a $40 million contract.
Yeah.
And then you murder 2 guys. That's CTE. And the woman, when they autopsied his body, she said that it was the worst case of CTE she's seen in a 27-year-old.
So maybe Marvin Gaye's pops had CTE. You don't know.
Well, the
CTE
kid
wasn't a thing.
Well, he had a brain tumor. So that's what it is. But he was, it's a tragic thing. Here's the thing. He had to move back in with his parents in Los Angeles. He had to move back in with his parents.
He was already a famous guy.
Famous star. I mean, it's crazy how little money these guys used to make because the record industry used to just strangle them.
Yeah.
They used to just fucking take all their money. And these guys were doing drugs. They squandered a lot of their money. And also dips. These guys had dips in their careers. He was going through a dip. He moved back in with his parents and he got shot in the face. Not
that we're crying about it here, but also like just something to know about the entertainment businesses and professional athletes. Like they get a certain amount of money, but some of the people who aren't in entertainment or aren't in sports who are listening, like, these people make money, but they don't make as much money as you think. 10% to a manager, 10% to an agent, 5% of the gross to a lawyer, all of this off the gross. And then you get taxed like 40%. So really, any amount of money that you see, these people are actually only taking home 40%, sometimes 35% of the actual money that they gross. They're only netting 35%. So it starts to be like a doctor who's or someone who's doing very well in business who's making, $500,000 a year is netting the same as somebody who's making $5 million a year in entertainment or sports.
Fame does not equal money.
No, it doesn't.
Especially now where there's so many people who are famous. I mean, it's like, famous to you might not be famous to somebody else, but yeah, fame is ubiquitous now, and it doesn't necessarily mean that person's rich at all.
Not at all. I mean, it's cool to do what you
I've
love.
got recognized on the train many times, and it's like, yeah, I'm here with you.
Yeah.
So how good do you think I'm doing, guy?
Yeah, and fame doesn't matter at all anymore. I mean, I get recognized now, and most people don't want to take a picture. They don't care. They're like, oh, it's you. And then they're right back to their phone.
Yes.
So that's just what it is now. Fame. Who cares about being famous? It's not why I'm in entertainment. I just enjoy doing it.
Yeah, fame's kind of been devalued. I like that.
I like that too.
It's a little more comfortable living for everybody. I think people should know that, though. It's good to make that point as being a couple guys who have people who've wanted to take pictures with us and stuff like that. It's like, it's not that great. It's not that great. And as you can tell by a lot of these guys who are super famous, their lives, horrible things start to end up happening. A lot of them, have substance abuse problems. They start taking painkillers and all this shit because you start to increasingly live in this sort of isolated world where you can't go anywhere without people harassing you. You start getting a little paranoid. You start getting disconnected. You start getting spoiled. So you start becoming numb. So it's like more money and more fame does not, I repeat, it does not. And I know it's cliche, but it's fucking true. Does not equal happiness. So all these people are looking at famous people and like, I want to be famous one day. It's like, do you really?
Right.
Because I know some people who aren't famous who are a lot happier than people I know who are famous. And it's very easy to tell.
I know.
It's very obvious.
Yeah.
So fame does not equal happiness. It's not the end all be all.
By the way, shout out to the guy last night who's got to be a big fan who recognized me at Madison Square Garden and with his wife yelled, "Chrissy, I want you to come and crack me open and clean me out. I'll leave my wife for you." And then his wife slapped him in front of everyone. So shout out to that.
Is that a true story?
Oh, yeah, it's Mike Cannon as my witness. So
is that a Chrissy's Lies?
No,
or is that
Mike Cannon true story. So it's like, it's just funny.
That's hilarious.
And then he laughed and was like, "I love you, babe," as he was getting pushed up the stairs by his wife.
So he got slapped?
Slapped. So shout out to whoever that guy is. If that guy can write on the Patreon wall or send me a message, I really appreciate it. The row that I was sitting in were laughing hard, but you're an idiot. It's funny.
Yeah, I mean, Marvin Gaye was actually in a dip in his career when he created probably his most famous song, which is a lot of times when that happens. Sexual Healing was created after he was in a huge dip, and it was a big comeback for him, and it's what earned him his first 2 Grammys and an American Music Award.
Hey guys, thank you so much for selling out the Gramercy Theater March 19th for the live History Hyenas show. You guys are so cute that we added a second show. Tickets will go on sale Tuesday at 10 a.m. There is no pre-sale code. They're just going to go live Tuesday, 10 a.m. You can get tickets on our website, historyhyenas.com, or on christycomedy.com or yannispapiscomedy.com. Thank you again so much. You.
Can I just say something to you directly?
Yeah.
I love how screwed in you get when it comes to business.
Yeah.
You just a screwed in, clear-headed kid.
It's just what it is.
You're Chrissy Juicebox.
I'm Chrissy Juicebox. Now let's read the newest members of the Patreon who joined too late. You're not going to get the pre-sale code. Yeah. Here it is. Okay, first up, Tom. Second up, Tristan.
2 first names for Not Mean Month.
Yeah, Grant B. Brian, kickboxing, swinger, best friends, a muzzy wife, has a tat on her tit. Nice.
That's a real good one.
Indy McRae.
Welcome for the content.
Sam Wallace.
Straight to the back.
Max Giantasio.
How you doing, guy?
Josh Najera.
Just Najera, ¿qué pasa, mi gente?
Matthew Vate. Bibbidi Boppity.
What's up, Bibbidi
10.
Boppity?
That's a 10 because the Bibbidi Boppity Boutique.
Yes.
Gus Toda.
Gus.
James Grower, not a shower, sliced skin flute, but not a toot, always right.
Funny.
Nice. Then the next one is Guy.
What's up, Guy?
What's up, Guy?
Yo, give Guy. Put Guy down for.
Guy's funny.
Originality points.
Armando Rodriguez, all caps lock.
¿Qué pasa?
Will Barrett. Jess White Walking Cuzzy, who goes pewing for the Muzzies. I like him.
I'm going Clyde Drexler.
This one, all one word. My initials are okay, but I'm not. I like that.
Chrissy likes it. I'm going Clyde Drexler.
Hugh Adams.
Good.
Sounds colonial.
Means a good wrong out. Hugh Adams, welcome.
Tyler Portuguese kid, so I'm Cuzzies with the Muzzies. Pordigee. Tyler Portuguese kid, so I'm Cuzzies with the Muzzies. Portuguese? I don't know.
It hit the net and bounced back.
Ray Peace in the Grease Olunin. Sometimes these letters get fucked up. I don't know what he says. Ray Peace in the Grease Olunin.
Ray Peace in the Grease Clunin.
Ray Peace in the Grease Clunin. Okay, nice.
Welcome, Ray.
I also have an Aunt Eileen, and they are all the same. That's his name.
Yeah, put him on the list.
Oh, here's another one. Here's Anatolian. And Anatolian is the Anatolian province is where Constantinople was and where some Turkish warriors came out of. So this is a Turkish kid.
Fuck you.
Anatolians. You're going to learn about the Anatolians when you watch Ottoman Empire. And make no mistake, guy, they drank her people's blood. Then we got PJ.
Yeah.
Kyle Wogeman. Greg. Patty Bog Trotton Murph. Patty Bog Trotton Murph.
He's an Irish
Funny,
kid.
I like it. Bobby Lee's flip-flops.
Put him on the goddamn list.
Brooke Woodcock.
Funny.
I think that's just his name.
Yeah, it's funny. Hey, Brooke.
Tan, let's be honest, Chrissy D could snort my piece, lot of 14 fam. And he spelled fam P-H-A-M. He's probably not mean.
Yeah.
Should we put him on the list just because he's not mean?
Yeah, put him on the list because he's mean.
If any not mean is on the Patreon list for this month, you're going on the list, you have a shot.
You got it. Me.
That's what you get for police injustice.
Me.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, can I get a wish on shit for that, please? Jesus Christ.
No, I'm saying that's our way of paying them back for racial injustice.
I know it. It's not enough. It's not enough.
And they get on our Patreon PPW list.
Yeah, it's not enough
to maybe get called. Okay, it's not enough.
It's not enough. Okay. Thank you.
Joe Wallace.
What's up, Joe?
Jesse gets messy while you feel all the burn. Okay. Pat Flanagan.
Patty. How you doing, Patty?
Trap Phone Murphy.
How you doing, Trap Phone?
Sean Minahan.
Wow, that's an Irish kid.
Dresden, half African-American, half alt-right, Aryan kid.
Oh, he's a half African-American?
He's a halfie.
He's a half Aryan? Let me just give him a quick, man.
Zach Jareen, Murray, Marky Mark, and the Rootin' Tootin' possible fuming ass cake.
Goody. First one to hit me hard.
Is funny, yeah.
He hit me hard.
Dan, I hacked Chrissy's phone for a dick pic, Thompson.
Okay, good one.
Did you get Joe Gibson?
Joe Gibson. Joe Gibson. I missed him. Sorry.
Joe Gibson.
Sammy Fumey Woomy from Down Tooney.
Funny.
I like it.
Funny.
Fumey Woomy's funny.
Very funny. Clyde Drex.
Chase Campbell, Leighton Smith. Curdy catapulted Chrissy to Peru to get his third eye punched through LaBouffe.
Put him on the list.
Nice. Anthony Rocha, Juan, Eli, Daniel Lodato, Rootin' Tootin' Fumin' FF looking to get cracked open by Chrissy's piece. Nice.
Funny.
Michael, I thought we had a connection in Houston. Please call me back.
Put him on the list.
That guy's on the list. Yeah, that's real original. Chris K, J.A., Vivian Ward DeStefano.
Funny.
Sammy here for the toots and glutes, Ruiz.
Hey, there's a lot of toots and glutes.
But it's funny.
And flutes.
Crystal Serrano.
How you doing, Crystal?
Tyler, I support the wall, but vacation on the wrong side, Ellingson.
Hilarious.
Love him.
Hilarious.
Makes the list, though? Or Clyde?
Clyde Drexler.
Okay. Taylor Feeney. Ku Klux Kyle, a.k.a. Straight to the Back, not Leroy's. Okay.
I mean, what are we doing, guy?
Yeah. Then we got Cisgender Sam.
Cisgender Sam, funny.
Davis films videos and needs a job to fix Yanni out of focus. Nice.
Yeah, the people really complain about that.
Meet Step Lively. Diane Cage. And then last but not least, Yanni and Chrissy, underage pipsqueak.
Funny, but I think we got the list. Mikey's got the list. And I like hearing Mikey read it because he always struggles with it.
Yeah.
Ready? Go.
Yanni's and Chrissy's underage pipsqueak?
No, he didn't make the list.
Right.
But he's a good one.
We're going to stop there?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wait, no, did we say we were going to stop?
Oh, we got more?
Yeah, you had a couple more you're going to do.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, we're going to stop here. We'll stop it. Just make sure we make a note. That's where I'm going to stop. Okay. Sorry. So we got a few more, 4 more. Matt here for quality content. Klecker. Yes, I am German and proud. Kevin, Irish kid, hairy like a Greek, but without the fumes cannon.
Yeah.
Robin Buchanan, Patrick Wolf, Chain Snatcher 3000, and last but not least, Johnny, flip you on your back and tap your sack B.
Put Johnny on the list.
Okay, so we ended with a lister.
Yeah, Johnny's on the list.
All right, we got Johnny, flip you on your back and tap your sack B. Michael, I thought we had a connection in Houston. Please call me back.
Funny.
Rootin', Tootin' and Fumin' FF looking to get cracked open by Chrissy's piece.
Yeah, you can cancel. He's good, but Clyde Drexler, yeah.
Curdy catapulting Chrissy to Peru to get his third eye punched through LaBouffe.
Now that guy's a contender.
I like that guy.
Yeah.
That's a contender.
Sammy Fumie Woomy from Down Tooney. Marky Mark and the Rootin' Tootin' possibly fuming ass cake.
Good
one. Ass cake.
I mean, this is funny what we do.
Yeah.
Dresden, half African American, half alt-right Aryan kid. No, I mean, Tan, let's be Chrissy D could snort my piece, ladder 14 fam. Bobby Lee's flip-flops.
I'm going Bobby Lee's flip-flops.
Bobby Lee's flip-flops.
Bobby Lee's flip-flops. What do you guys think?
Bobby Lee's flip-flops. You're the winner. You're the PPW. I mean, that's funny.
It's funny. Real funny. Yeah.
Second place goes to Guy.
Second place goes to Guy.
Good lift. Thank you, guys.
Also, our sponsors, these are the people paying real money for us.
Yes.
Lakeside Maple. Let me guys tell you something about Lakeside Maple. Not only is it a trail mix, I always think it's granola, but it's a trail mix.
Yes.
It's one of the easiest foods. I'm being honest, one of the easiest foods to consume, not only through your mouth, but also through your asshole. I like to put it on yogurt.
Yeah.
And then I like to just I like to put a vacuum cleaner up my asshole and scoop the yogurt out and eat it through my ass.
You vacuum it into your ass?
Go to lakesidemaple.com and use the promo code WILD, capital W-I-L-D, to get 15% off your order. After you move a few vegetables, nothing's better than a little Lakeside Maple to take the sting away.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Absolutely.
And he, my guy from Lakeside Maple, we love you to death. You contacted me. Just send the Lakeside Maple to the studio. I want some more. Yes, I'm ready for a re-up.
That's what it is.
If you guys are not getting Lakeside Maple, what are you doing?
I eat it butt naked.
Yeah, it's severely delicious, and you need to get it. Support our sponsors. Go buy Lakeside Maple. You got a discount code. You got no excuse.
9th Street Auto Collision, which is an auto repair.
Are we gonna take a trip out for Patreon video to 9th Street Auto Collision?
100%. That's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna fucking take a class trip out there.
And lo and behold, it's not on 9th Street. Our fans are Frank's Beats. It's at 133 West Hills Road, Huntington Station. Call 631-351-5300. They give you a lifetime warranty on all repairs, giving good people good deals on parts and labor. Now, when they say that, they mean white people. I'm just kidding around.
No, you can't put that in part of the read.
I was just kidding around.
Give away Shuk Sheet, please.
The people say give good people deals. I was just kidding.
Yeah,
it's on Long Island.
Yeah,
it was just a way Shuk Sheet. It was a joke. Obviously, these people know I'm fucking kidding around.
It's a Long Island joke.
It's a Long Island joke. Yeah, they got illegals working for them.
Can you give another one, please?
That's true. Mike says it's true.
No, I mean, come on. I'm giving him a I mean, Chrissy's going off the rails.
9th Street Auto Collision. We appreciate all the support. Truly, they'll crack your car open and clean it out. 133 West Hills Road, Huntington Station. Call 631-351-5300. We appreciate the support.
And I love Frankie because he looks like he's just a good guy to get a cheesesteak with.
He's a good kid.
Yeah.
And last but not least, James Altucher. Follow him at James Altucher on all social medias. Check out his podcast and go to his comedy club, Stand Up New York Comedy Club, which is on the Upper West Side. And he's got so much money, he just doesn't care what we do.
Okay, let me just ask you one last time. In conclusion, when's our live show again?
Our live show is the first one. The one that we've announced first is March 19th.
Yes.
At the Gramercy Theater in New York City. March 19th. Use the pre-sale code FUMES. Tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m., set your alarms. Those tickets will sell. Set them right now. If you listen to this episode, set the alarm. Do not miss it.
We're going to put on a hell of a fucking show.
We're going to put on a hell of a fucking show.
We're amped up.
Yeah, we're going to
do some Pervitin and get wild.
We're going to do some Pervitin and get wild, and we're going to publicly execute one of our staff members.
It's what we're going to do.
On the show. Okay.
So go to historyhyenas.com. Make sure you follow us on Instagram.
Yes.
And make sure you leave a review on iTunes. And thumbs up on YouTube. Subscribe there. Tell your friends. And we're literally single digits away.
Single digits away from 1,500. We probably, by the time this episode came out, we've hit it, and you guys have seen it, so hope you liked it. On all our Hyenas and I stand updates are all at historyhyenas.com.
And what Chris is referring to is the Julia Roberts video is up on Patreon because we know we hit 1,500. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much. And we totes my goats preach. Go see us, come out, see us live, get those History Hyenas shows, and come see me and Hyenas. We're coming to one of your cities, historyhyenas.com. All our stand updates are up there.
And get some merch. Go to historyhyenas.com and get yourself a Ladder 14 shirt. Also enjoy the next Ladder 14 video is hot off the presses.
Love you. Stay Marvin Gaye.
Well, finally, if you're wondering why we're not having any, we do plan on having more African-American guests for the rest of the month. Right now we can't because they're all too busy being mad at Ari Shafir.
Yeah, so there it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they're mad at Ari.
I mean, Ari, I love Ari. I'm sorry that this is happening to him. He made a big mistake. I think this might be a time he takes one of those like 4-month retreats.
What can you do?
This could be a good time for one of those.
What can you do?
Till things cool down a little bit.
Absolutely. Get Marvin Gaye tonight. Kiss your father on the lips.
Huh?